Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. In today's video, we will focus on Vygotsky's theory of cognitive development. Cognitive development is referring to the maintenance of how we think in social and cultural forces. We will discuss who Vygotsky was, the general concept of his theory, the important principles, and also compare his theory to others. Lastly, we will mention the relevance of his theory in today's educational system. So let's get started. So who exactly was Vygotsky? Lev Vygotsky was also known as the Mozart of psychology and was born in Orsha, Russia in 1896. He attended Moscow State University and graduated with a degree in law in 1917. He also studied a range of topics including sociology, linguistics, psychology, and philosophy. Vygotsky also was a writer and published 6 books on psychology topics. He often centered on issues of child development and education. Unfortunately, Vygotsky died of tuberculosis in 1834 at the age of 37. His work did not become known in the West until 1958 and wasn't published until 1962. And now, you might be wondering, what was Vygotsky's theory? Well, you see, Vygotsky theory emphasizes the dynamic nature of this interaction. Society doesn't just impact people, people also affect their society. He suggests that human development results from a dynamic interaction between individuals and society. Social interaction plays a critical role in children's learning, and children learn gradually, continuously from parents and teachers. Culture profoundly influences this process, as imitation, guided learning, and collaborative learning all play a critical part in this theory. There are 3 important principles to Vygotsky's theory: the more knowledgeable other, the zone of proximal development, which includes scaffolding, and language. We will describe each principle in the following slides. First, we have the more knowledgeable other, also known as the MKO, who is someone with a better understanding and is more knowledgeable than the learner. The MKO does not have to be an adult. It can be someone older, of the same age, or even younger. Secondly, the zone of proximal development, which is referred to as the distance between the actual developmental level as determined by independent problem solving and the level of potential development as determined through problem solving under adult guidance or in collaboration with more capable peers. As we can see in the image to the right, we have 3 zones. The middle shows what the learner already knows and can accomplish unaided. On the outside, we have what the learner doesn't yet know or cannot do. The zone in between is what we call the zone of proximal development, which is what they can do with guidance. This can be fulfilled through scaffolding. Scaffolding in real life is a temporary structure used by workers while building. Some examples of scaffolds can be modeling, think aloud, adapting, instructional materials, and prompts and cues. The last principle in Vygotsky's theory is language. He saw language as one of man's greatest tools of development. Up until the age of 2, language is just for communication, to access the knowledge others already have. But after that, language becomes an internal thought process, allowing them to think about the world and solve problems on their own. And that concludes the principles of Vygotsky's theory. But now, let's compare them to others. Vygotsky's theory was primarily revolved around cognitive development, not psychosocial. The influence of interaction with family, friends, and culture, as we aforementioned. Piaget, who shares cognitive development, has a different approach. And Erikson uses psychosocial development to understand how thoughts can affect children at specific stages. Skinner believes parents and caregivers can use rewards or bribes to influence a child's behavior. Lastly, we would like to share the relevance of Vygotsky's theory in today's educational system. How has zone of proximal development been helpful? By providing educational opportunities that lie within the child's zone of proximal development, kids can also learn a great deal from peers, so teachers can foster this process by pairing less skilled children with more knowledgeable classmates. His work has continued to grow in influence since his death, particularly in the fields of developmental and educational psychology. This concludes our presentation on Vygotsky's theory of cognitive development. Thank you so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to give a thumbs up if you liked it, and please subscribe to our channel. Bye!